Greetings from Mark Overson. Hope you are doing well. The purpose of this video is to take you in to something that I believe, and stick with me and prove me right or wrong on this, that if you follow this, it's going to go along with your action guide. And I believe it can shift you and change you in a truly in a radical way like it did for me. So here is one of Solomon's sayings. He says, the lazy man has no game to roast, okay? But a diligent man sees precious wealth in the land. So here's the gist of it. We've got the same land. This is a story, and it's summed up in just a proverb, but basically we'll call that a river and a couple trees and maybe some hills here or whatever, and maybe a city here. But you've got the lazy man over here, and we'll put a little frown on his face because he has no game to roast. But a diligent man sees precious wealth in the land. So here we are. We're looking at the identical same land. The identical same land. Okay? But one man over here looks at this land and in modern translation would say there's no jobs, there's less credit available, housing is going under, and he would look at this situation in the layout of the land and he would have no game to roast. Basically, he wouldn't eat. His lifestyle, I mean, we're talking about bare essentials of just eating here. Okay, we're not talking about clothing, we're not talking about nice cars or homes or anything at the higher levels of lifestyle. We are just talking about basic survival stuff. But over here, let's take a different look. This man sees that there's precious wealth in the land. And the key distinction in here, and this is what I want you to understand, what Solomon's code is a recipe for perpetual prosperity. Now, that may sound a little, wishy-washy and hopeful dreamer and whatever, but I will tell you that if you really latch on, and, well, just let me prove it to you. I'm not going to start preaching at you right now, but here's what you want to do. He says, a diligent man sees precious wealth in the land. So over here, this man has opportunistic eyes, or woman. In the Bible, man usually means male and female. Okay, in Genesis, he said God created man, both male and female. He created them. So man is usually a plural, and then in the scripture, it usually defers to his versus her as the default verbiage. So just be aware of that. But here we are, same exact land, and this person sees precious wealth in the land, and at the end of the day, Proverbs 12 is talking about wealth creation, long-lasting, financial, great situation. So this is just one of many gems in Solomon's CEO, and it's a massive shift. But to make it super practical, I want to take you into the action guide. So if we go down right here, here is, and I'm going to guide you through the action guide right now. Now, if you don't do the actual action guide, that's fine. But what I do want to do is walk you through it and at least think about this, because what I'm about to do, I think, can possibly create a major shift for you. So I want you to write down the 7 names of people you actually know. This is 7 real people. You can use code if necessary so nobody sees your piece of paper, but this is just between you and your own mind and your own heart. So I want you to write down 7 names of people that actually you know who live way below your standard of living. In other words, it's the exact same land, it's the same cities. You might probably live in the same city, the same state. It's got the same situation, but over here, they live way below your standard of living. Yes, I want you to make a list of 7 real people you know on a first name basis who are way beneath your income and your lifestyle level, meaning they live in tinier homes and apartments and mobile homes while you're over here and you're maybe more on this side of the coin, but they are